Hello guys, it's Victor once again and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm a first year PhD student at the University of Warwick in the UK. And if you're new, this YouTube channel is dedicated to talking about how to get fully funded scholarships in top universities around the world. So I've gotten 5 international scholarships in the UK, in Germany and in the US. And this channel is aimed at sharing my own personal tips and tricks on how you can get the scholarships. And this particular video is dedicated to talking about 3 fully funded scholarships in the Netherlands. And fully funded scholarships, that's the covering your tuition and living allowance. And some of them also cover things like transport cost or travel cost, visa cost, and insurance, living, I've said that already, living allowance, and some other things you might need like settling allowance or clothing allowance. These are very generous scholarships. So let's go through them one after the other. So the first one on my list here is actually on now, so you should probably start preparing your documents if you're interested in schooling for free in the Netherlands for masters, fully funded masters scholarship. So the first one is the Justus and Louise van Elfin Excellence Scholarship. So it's at the University of Delft. I hope I got that pronunciation correctly. University of Delft in the Netherlands. And what does it cover? It covers full tuition, and a living allowance of 30,000 euros. That's a lot of money for non-EU students. And it's actually looking for the eligibility criteria. It's actually looking for students with at least 80% scale of their bachelor's degree. So usually this is about high 2-1 or even a first class. And it accepts 2 to 3 per faculty. That's 2 to 3 scholars per faculty. Meaning if they have like 10 faculties, probably they're accepting like 30 or 50 candidates for the scholarship. So I think it's quite generous, and here is how to complete the form or how to apply in the first place. So they said first check for your eligibility, then go to the particular master's course you're interested in. So you click here, see the list of master's courses that are available. Probably do that later and check the available master's courses and see if you fulfill their basic requirements. So you're also meant to upload a scholarship application form. We'll also be looking at that shortly. Then 2 references in PDF formats. And these 2 references should be your previous professor in your university. And then one of them could be your former employer. So the references should be written the official letterhead and signed, including your full name and address. So this reference could be sent directly to the school or even given to you, so you attach to your application. So if it's sent directly to the school, then they should put in your unique student's number. So usually when you start applying, you assign the number. So your reference or your referee is expected to attach this number to the reference letter he or she is providing, and the other instructions there could go through. So there's also a need to upload English test, and in case of English waivers, you probably have to email them to ask if they're going to accept a waiver or not. So that is something that is not covered here, but you might need to email them directly. And yeah, that's it. So let's try to see. Let's try. And the deadline, by the way, is on the 1st of December. That's just about two months away. So let's see the eligible master's courses. So going through the available courses in this university, it is clear that this university is technology oriented, so natural practical sciences. And yes, apart from applying to the department you're interested in, you also need to fill the scholarship application form. So let's quickly go through the form together. So the first section is just about your biodata and basic information about yourself. Then the second is motivation. And the first question is to introduce yourself in 100 words. First, the best thing to do here is just to give them a background of your undergrad, for instance, what you studied, the projects you engaged in. If you have a publication, you could also state it there, your general academic, professional interest, briefly about your work experience as well. So because they say introduce yourself, do not just give irrelevant details about probably lots of information about your family, about your hobbies. I think the information you should include are the kind of information that will be useful to your application. So your academic background, your professional background, your professional academic interests, your work experience, your publication, and things like that. Then the second question is what makes you an excellent student besides your grade? Elaborate on your activities and or broader interests besides your study. So this is a good point. This is a good question to talk about your extracurricular activities. But be careful in mentioning random extracurricular activities, but mention something that is not about your grade necessarily, but still about your academic interests or your professional focus. For instance, talk about internships you've done, of papers you've written, or workshop you've attended, or projects you're doing that relates to the field you are in, or that relate to the course you're applying for. But do not just give random hobbies, random things you do, that you dance, you sing, but how do they relate to what you're actually applying for? So yes, I don't want it to be sounding too academic, but yet I think the essence of this is to show that you're able to apply the knowledge or the grade you got from school to real life scenarios, to real life problems. So show them groups you belong to and how you're able to use the knowledge you gain from uni to effect change, to take up projects and things like that. And it's just 150 words. So the next question is that why do you choose for a study at the UT Delft, and why do you apply for a scholarship? So here you could see about the quality of education in the university. So go to the particular course you're applying for, look for their strengths. Go to probably university rankings, look for where this particular department or university stand out and write it here. This is why I'm applying to this university, because of this ranking, because of this university. Go to the professors, go to the modules and see, I like this module, I like that module. I think I'll be able to gain lots of skills from this particular module. I'd like to work under this particular professor because our research and interests align with each other. Then the second part of the question is, why do you apply for a scholarship? Then tell them about your financial condition, that yes, you want to advance your academic or professional career, and you have the what they call it, the eligibility requirements already. But the problem now is finance, that you cannot finance your studies because it's quite expensive for you. But also give you an estimate of your annual income. Let them see how your annual income and not be able to take care of your fees, living expenses and other things. So you need a scholarship because you want to study, you want to advance your academic professional career, but you do not have the financial resources to back it up. Then the next question is, how would you contribute to DF Delft in the specific MSc program you have chosen? So this is a good one. It's not just about the department giving you something. It's also about what will you give to the department. You could always argue that you could add to the diversity of the department, for instance. And there's always a gain for the department if there are international students bringing fresh perspective, fresh insight, fresh experience into the university. You could also use your working experience as a leverage. That this course will bring together students from different background, different levels of exposure, and show that you're going to bring in your own work experience as your unique contribution into the department. Because some students in that department might probably just be coming straight away from undergrad. Some others might have worked for several years. So state the category you are, whether you are among those coming straight from undergrad or those of them coming with lots of experience, lots of exposure already. So diversity, you're bringing in your own experience, and show what you might introduce, probably in the student society or a student club. Or if you're good in chess, you say, I'll introduce a students chess club or something to make it more exciting, or a networking group or something, or how to collaborate. You want to collaborate with existing professors or existing research, and how they particularly affect your own community or the country you're coming from. You are bringing in your own country dynamism into the department. Then the next question, the last one, as you might have predicted, is something quite normal or something quite often. Is what are your career plans after graduation? This is very simple. What do you intend to do after graduation? What is your vision? So you've acquired this degree, you've acquired this experience. So what's next? And it's just as simple as stating, I hope to work in this particular organization. I hope to return to my former organization. I hope to open a consultancy. I hope to work here or there, and give practical vision of what you intend to do after your degree. And make sure you do not forget the personal dimension and the community dimension. So things show that this degree you acquire will be able to uplift your profile, making you more employable, making you sought after in the labor market, and show this is the particular field you'll be interested in working in. This is particular companies, probably drop names of companies you'd like to work with after the particular skills you've acquired. Then the community dimension is how you help the community with your skills, or with these skills to be able to implement this particular project or make this particular change in your community. And that is it with the Justus and Louis van Helfen Scholarship in the Netherlands, Delft University. So let's go to the next one. The second scholarship we'll be looking at today in the Netherlands, fully funded master's scholarship, is the Eric Blauk Scholarship. It's a fully funded scholarship, as I said earlier, for MSc, MA and LLM. So all courses in university are eligible, all master's courses, master's programs are eligible. And there are a number of eligible countries as well. It's a very long list. And check if your country is on the list. There are several countries here. I can see Afghanistan, I can see Liberia, I can see Senegal, Uganda, Solomon Islands. Lots of countries here. There is also Nigeria close to the bottom of the list. So there are lots of countries from different continents as well. Not just in Africa, there's Middle East. You can see some countries from Asia. I think there are also some Indonesia as well is here. So it's quite an interesting list. So let's go to the candidates and eligibility. So they wanted to obtain at least a conditional admission from the university, have an excellent performance, and confirmed by recommendation. So I think here a first class or a 2-1 will be needed. Then they want an excellent English. So they want excellent grades. So a first class or a 2-1 that might be needed here. So you also have to show your English proficiency. Probably have to submit an English proficiency test result. And then you must be of good health. And you must have no other means of financing your studies. So they want to make sure that you actually deserve this financial aid. So you're allowed to take up a 1-year master's program or a 2 years master's program, depending on the course you'll be applying for. So this particular scholarship covers full tuition fees, cost of international travel, subsistence, books, health insurance. So it's quite a generous scholarship. and of course it is based at the University of Groningen in the Netherlands. So how do you apply for the scholarship? Actually, you do not apply directly. A department has to nominate you. So while applying to a particular department, send them an email, let them know that you want to be nominated for the scholarship. So remind them and press them on how could you register your interest in the scholarship, because you cannot register directly. You need them to nominate you for it in the first place. So ask them particular procedures. Make sure your interest is clear that you want to be nominated for this scholarship. So I think that's it. So try to check the available master's programs. Please try to check the available master's programs in this university. And when you start applying, also alert them to the fact that you need this Blauk scholarship as well. They might give you probably an exercise to do or tell you to bring extra documents depending on the department. So try to notify them, send them an email to be clear. And that's it about this one actually. Let's move to the third one. The third scholarship we'll be looking at today is the Maastricht University Holland High Potential Scholarship. So this scholarship offers 24 full scholarships amounting to 29,000 euros. That's a lot of money with a monthly stipend. So it's for students outside the EU who have been admitted into this university, as Maastricht University. So who is eligible for this scholarship? You must hold nationality outside the EU. You do not have an EU dual citizenship. Or you must have applied for a master's course at the University of Maastricht or Maastricht University for the 2021-2022 academic section. So there are a number of eligible master's courses. So not all master's courses are eligible for this scholarship. So we'll be looking at the eligible courses very soon. So you have to meet the admissions requirements for the particular master's course you're applying for. And you have to be less than 35 years of age as at the 1st of September 2021. So you must have obtained a very good result and probably one of the top results in your class, because I think this is for top achieving candidates. So a first class, a good 2-1, and yeah, you're in for it. So let's quickly check the duration of the courses. So you could do a 13 months program or a 25 months program depending on the course you choose, and on the generosity of the scholarship. For living expenses, you get 11,400 euros for 1 year, and if you're doing a 2-year course, you're getting 22,800. You also get health insurance of 700 euros and a visa cost of 174 euros. Covers tuition fee as well. And this is just quite generous. So let's go to the eligible courses. I think it's important you know and check whether your courses are eligible or not. So these are the eligible courses, but I've noticed that for the Faculty of Science and Engineering, the courses haven't been released yet. They'll be released in December 2020. So for others, probably you have your courses here already, but for Science and Engineering, you might need to come back to check when they release the particular participating courses. So apart from that, you also need to fill the scholarship forms. There are a number of forms I think you need to fill here if you intend to apply for the scholarship. But surprisingly or fortunately, some departments do not require you to fill any additional form to be eligible for this scholarship. So let's see the Faculty of Arts and Social Science. Let's click on the form and see what comes out. So it says here that all students qualify automatically for the scholarship, so there's no need for a separate form. So this is good. You don't need to separate a different form for the scholarship. So at your free time, you could read through this information and see how best to strategize for your application. Okay guys, take your time to research these scholarships. Look for the admissions requirements. Look for whether you have to submit application, that's extra applications for the scholarships or not. All the information are here that you need to know. And I often hear people say, I can't find scholarships are scarce, I don't know where to find. I've actually done a video on where and how to find these scholarships. So when somebody contacted me a few days ago that he or she cannot find the scholarship, I took my time, I went online and I saw lots of scholarships. So I think you can do the same. Check my video on where to find hidden scholarships, and you see some of the websites and where you could find scholarships like these. And once in a while I'll be doing videos like this to bring to your notice, to bring to your consciousness the availability of these scholarships. But this should be no substitute to you looking for the scholarship yourself. I don't think I should actually be doing that for you, because the information is not secret, so to say. The information is out there. So far you have internet, you can always create time to look for these things if you think it means a lot to you. And yes guys, you need to be industrious. You have to pursue your interest consciously. And until next time guys, stay motivated, continue your research, continue polishing your application documents, and I will see you at the top. Bye bye.